story with us, and God bless you, my friend. I can only imagine what families have to go through when one of their loved ones is hurting like that and goes to that extreme. You know, I'd like to thank Chris Mahan and, of course, Redeemer Church this evening and for sponsoring this town hall meeting. You know, one of the first lessons I learned in Sunday school was about jealousy and bullying. I'm not sure if I realized at the time, but the story of Cain and Abel, one brother jealous of the other and engages in the first act of bullying by killing his brother. It seems dramatic. After all, the world has changed. But as the saying goes, ladies and gentlemen, some things remain the same. You see, we don't need statistics that bullying is real. We have seen it, many of us, of course, live through it, such moments, and we know that children can often be cruel to one another. So why should we give special attention to cyberbullying? What makes it different than what we already know or live through ourselves? It's different because the world is smaller. Because since I was a kid listening to the Watergate hearings on the radio, or even the days when I delivered the St. Petersburg Times, that's what it was called back then, communications was not so instant. Today, with the advent of Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Google+, we no longer have to wait to communicate with others. We can do it instantly and constantly. And the threat to our children is very real. As our ability to communicate has changed our children's exposure to bullying as well, kids do not just have to be worried about bullying on the bus, in the lunchroom, or at recess. You see, bullies make their way into our children's bedrooms at night through email, Facebook, or chat rooms. So we know the threat is real, and in rooms just like across America, we are sharing stories and talking about solutions. Two things we can do together: raise awareness, raise the stakes. Raising awareness through forums such as this, talking to kids in schools and at home, and having hearings in Tallahassee, key to fighting cyberbullying. When kids realize just how important this problem is, even if we cannot stop the bullies, perhaps we can encourage children to feel more comfortable reporting bullying to a parent or a teacher. It seems so simple, doesn't it? But just as victims of domestic violence or rape so often do not report abuse, our children are too afraid and, sadly, sometimes embarrassed to report bullying. They need to hear from us that it's okay for them to tell us, we understand, we've been there, it's not right. Parents, teachers, legislators, and law enforcement all have to work together to raise awareness and increase reporting. And thanks to Redeemer Church, Chris, Pastor, we are raising awareness, something my colleagues and I will do in the halls of the Capitol, and we have done over the past couple of years in passing some significant legislation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also incumbent upon us in the community to also raise the stakes on bullies. Although we will take opportunities to teach children that it's not right to bully others and give them instructions on why bullying is unhealthy and unbecoming someone of good character, we must also acknowledge we will not reach every bully. This is where raising the stakes come in. Our school resource officers, our teachers do a phenomenal job and will continue to reach out to parents when their child is a bully, and we must make it clear that it will not be tolerated. As much as I hate to see children end up in our juvenile justice system, bullying is too dangerous to ignore, and we will not ignore it. This past year, we passed some legislation that I think, with the help of Representative Legg, Representative Cochran, and others, that did, and I think, begin the state of Florida to address the bullying issues. House Bill 437, Protection of Minors, did several things. First, it named it the Protect Our Children's Act of 2012. Many cases of people being publicly humiliated and violated, relationships going online, and harassment because of it, even causing deaths. A person under 19 commits a first-degree misdemeanor. A person over 19 commits a third-degree felony. A person previously convicted commits a second-degree felony. A person 18 years or old and is responsible for the welfare of a child younger than 16. A a person 18 years old and is employed at a school, or a person 24 years or older and commits an act to someone under 16 of age commits a second-degree felony. We also actually define what bullying, what cyber stalking is. Means to engage in a course of conduct, to communicate or to cause to be communicated words, images, or language by or through the use of electronic mail or electronic communication directed at a specific person, causing substantial emotional distress to that person, serving with no legitimate purpose. It's kind of sad, isn't it, that we have to put something like that in statute. As I indicated earlier before, because of the technology we have today, it is something that we'll have to continue to address and go after those that want to hurt others. Thank you for having me tonight. God bless you.